we have 14 orders heading out tonight across eBay, Depop, Mercari, and Poshmark. Starting over on Mercari, we've got this Sega Dreamcast Generator Volume 1, little demo disc here. Brand new, that sold for, I want to say it was $9. Then over onto Depop, we've got this pair of vintage men's Wrangler cowboy boots. These sold over there for $31. Then moving on to Poshmark, we've got this Sony DVD video combo remote, sold for $10. And then an Olympus D560 Zoom little digital camera, sold over on Poshmark for $31. Then over onto eBay, we have a 2025 White House Easter egg roll little egg in its box. That sold for $35. Then next up, we've got a Cody Johnson little snapback hat here, sold for $15. Then moving on, we've got this Panasonic VHS camcorder here with the charger, battery, a tape, a bunch of cords, manual, and everything. That sold for $250 plus shipping. Then next up, we've got maintaining and repairing VCRs, a book here for working on VCRs. And that sold for $17. Then next up, we've got this brand new Sony AM/FM 2-band pocket radio. A bunch of this stuff, actually, I just picked up at a yard sale, or a estate sale the other day. This one sold for $90 plus shipping. I picked it up for $5 on Saturday, and today is Tuesday. Then next up, we've got a pair of United States Marine Corps combat boots. These sold for $50. Then moving on, we've got 15 of these ration heating bars, brand new without their boxes. They sold for $16. Then from the same estate sale, we've got this Panasonic 3-band AM/FM radio here. That sold for $50. Then next up, we've got a pair of vintage men's Laredo cowboy boots. Those sold for $40 plus shipping. Then also from that estate sale, we've got 4 of these Vibrance Super C penetrating serums, all brand new. I think I paid $1 a piece, or maybe 50 cents a piece, I don't remember. But sold all those together for $125 plus shipping. So that is everything for today. I guess the only things that came from that estate sale, I thought it was more of these 3 here. But I only paid $47 at that sale, so it wasn't bad at all. But I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff packed up and shipped on out of here. Packing, we had one more sale, this Zelda Ocarina of Time with the Master Quest game on it. Picked this up at a yard sale for $2 the other day, so that sold for $71 over on Mercari. And we have 8 things heading out tonight across eBay and Depop. Starting over on Depop, we've got these men's Giorgio Bertini purple snakeskin shoes here, these loafers with the box. These sold over there for $45. Then moving over onto eBay, we've got a Sketchbook Mickey Mouse brand new cookie jar. I feel like I've had this listed forever. It came out of a storage unit years ago, and it's just been listed, and sold it finally for $25. Then moving on from that, we have this vintage Downey & Johnson coin counter right here. Big old coin counter. The whole lid flips down and everything. Everything works on that guy as far as I know when I tested it. So that sold for $175 plus shipping. Then moving on from that, we've got some men's Nunbush Oxfords here. Those sold for $20. And then after that, we've got another Wilhelmania or something. I don't really know how to say it, but it's a modeling book. This is from 1983. That sold for $80. Then we've got a little vintage Space Maker pencil box. Picked this up at the bins a while ago. I don't know why, but sold it for $10 plus shipping. Moving on from that, we've got an Amway Legacy of Clean metal cleaner. Picked up 2 of these this past weekend for $5 at a yard sale, and sold that for $40. And then last but not least is this Dazzle DVD Creation Station 200 with its USB cable and power supply, and that sold for $50 plus shipping. So that's everything for today. I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff packed up and shipped on out of here. And we have one more order going out. Just got done packing up everything else. And I believe it is this, maybe? No, that's not it. It's going to be, oh, I think I see it down in the bottom of this bin. Right here. Yeah, Darphin? I don't know. Wrinkle Serum, 1 ounce, brand new. Sold for $35 plus shipping. Everything else is packed up and ready to head on out. And we have 7 orders heading out tonight across Mercari, Depop, Poshmark, and eBay. Starting over on Mercari, we've got Chicago's Greatest Hits on vinyl here. Sold over there for, I want to say it was $15. I can't remember exactly. And then over on the Poshmark, we've got this Pampered Chef little baking pan here that sold for $20. And then also on Poshmark is this Target full-size shopping basket. Picked this up at a yard sale like a month or so ago for like $2 and sold it over there for 40. Then over onto Depop, we've got this little Winnie the Pooh divided plate tray there. That sold over there for $16. And then onto eBay. First up, we've got this Sega Dreamcast web browser, brand new sealed, sold for $10. Then we've got a Pump It Up original soundtrack CD. This sold for $130. And then last but not least is this Philips camcorder, battery charger, and power supply that sold for $45. So that's everything for today. I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff packed up and shipped on out of here. 10 orders heading out tonight from Depop and eBay. Starting over on Depop, we've got this Estee Lauder Micro Essence Skin Activating Treatment Lotion. This is brand new, open box. This sold over there for $27. Then next up on Depop is we have 17 orders heading out from over the weekend from eBay, Depop, Mercari, and Poshmark. I am packing a little early, so maybe some more stuff will sell today. But anyways, starting on Poshmark, we've got the She-Devil on DVD, brand new sealed, sold over there for $20. Then over to Mercari, we've got Don't Spill the Beans, a little game here. That sold for $17. On to Depop, we've got a Bionicle Lego set. This is incomplete. It was listed like that. And this one sold for $20 over there. And then last on Depop is this pair of Justin cowboy boots, or like riding boots. These sold for $37 over there. Then over onto eBay, we have this Unix World little magazine here. This sold for $22. Then next up, we've got a Titleist Players Tech men's extra large golf glove, sold for $20. Then we've got a Pampered Chef ice cream scoop, sold on eBay for $10 plus shipping. Then next up are both of these records, these Rock Over Londons. They're going to the same buyer, number 152 and 153. Those sold for $25 each. Then we've got a 1986 President's First Day cover stamp collection in a binder. That sold for $40 plus shipping. And then we've got a Black & Decker food processor replacement blade, sold for $10. Next up is a Pet Safe little dog collar. That's sold for $50. And then next up after that is a brand new Patriots Zippo lighter, never used. That sold for $20 plus shipping. Then next up we've got, however you say that, record there. I'm not even going to try to butcher that. But that sold for $20 plus shipping. And then we've got a set of Microsoft floppy disks. These ones are front page for Windows 95. Brand new sealed, sold for $20. Next up is a pair of kids' little Jordans. These sold for $18. And then last but not least is this Viking arm clamp that I thought was pretty cool. Picked up 2 of these for $10 at a yard sale. And sold this one for $70 plus shipping. And we still got one more to sell. So that's everything for today. I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff shipped up and packed on out of here. We have 10 orders heading out tonight across Depop and eBay. Starting over on Depop, we've got these vintage men's, I want to say it's Landis or something like that, cowboy boots. These sold over there for $45. Then over onto eBay, we have this Toshiba 3.5-inch floppy disk drive there, sold for $20. And then next up, we've got a brand new Texas Instruments BA2 Plus calculator. Brand new in the box, bought that at a yard sale this past weekend for $1, sold for $19. Then after that, we've got a pair of men's Justin cowboy boots here. These ones sold for $28. Then moving on, we've got a Pampered Chef little spaghetti spoon server that sold for $9. Then we've got a Panasonic Palm IQ camcorder here, tested working with the battery charger and a little case. That sold for $32. Moving on from that is an MR James microcontroller cookbook, PIC and 8051. Not really sure, some computer thing there. Sold for $15. Then moving on, we've got this fiber optic cable for an arcade machine. That sold for $10. And then we've got a Ring solar little security sign. Picked this up this past weekend at a yard sale too for $2, and it sold for $25. And then the last but not least item is the Cannonball Run brand new sealed DVD. Sold for $10. Free shipping on that one, so probably make a couple bucks. I don't know. It came out of storage unit, so it's free money. But that's everything for today. I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff packed up and shipped on out of here.